Welcome back, everybody. It is time for one of our favorite games, That Reminds Me. The rules are simple. Keep telling stories.
Our producers will select a word which will hopefully remind one of us of a story which that person will tell.
Once that person is done telling their story, the other has to tell a story, a true one, immediately while the other listens, or at least pretending to listen. The first person who cannot come up with a true story loses, and the other person gets to put tape on their face.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Sound good? All right.
Am I going first?
Whoever goes first. So read me the word, and
Let's
then we'll
begin.
just see.
Oh, I read you the word. Okay.
Well, yeah, read it to the both of us.
All right. Grandfather clock.
Grandfather clock. Whenever you're ready. Grandfather clock. Okay, that reminds me of the time that we used to try when we would go visit my grandparents. My granddad always worked down in the basement, and we would always try to sneak down there and crawl, and we always thought that we were doing a great job at it, but he never laughed, never thought it was funny, and would just say, "I know you're in here." And then we'd go back upstairs.
Well, that reminds me. When I was a kid, we didn't have a key to get into our grandparents' house, but through the basement, there was a vent. And we were small enough that if we stood on each other's shoulders, me and my brother could force our way up and then unlock the door. It used to infuriate them because they didn't understand how we kept breaking into their home.
Oh, wow. I remember once,
Does it remind you of anything?
that reminds me
Okay.
of the time that my sister was about 10 years old, and she had found a loose cigarette, and my mom was in her bathroom getting ready for the day and looks out the window to see, but what? Her 10-year-old child outside hiding in the bushes.
Smoking?
And my mom throws open the window and says, "Emmy, what are you doing?" And Emmy goes, "Smoking." Like, isn't it obvious?
It reminds me. I grew up in a different era.
Yes.
Because my grandmother at age 10 would send, not my grandmother, I was age 10.
Yeah.
I was age 10. My grandmother would go, "Honey, go get me some Pall Malls."
Oh.
And I would walk up. Well, I didn't walk up because at that time I didn't hit my growth spurt until I was 17. I would walk up to the counter like this and go, "I need some Pall Malls." And they'd sell it to a kid.
Oh, what?
Yes, they'd sell me the cigarettes. And I'd walk out with them.
Oh, man. I remember when Dolly was.
Does it remind you of anything?
I keep forgetting. That reminds me of Opryland. Remember Opryland
Yeah,
in Nashville?
I remember it.
The Opry's theme park. It was so good. And I remember they had a water ride called the Grizzly River Rampage.
Okay.
And I would ride that.
I remember that.
It was so fantastic. And I can remember when it shut down, we were all devastated. And I still have some Opryland like toys and trinkets that my parents bought us the last time we went. One is like a, what's it called? Like the thing princesses hold. It's like a staff with like pretty stuff hanging down off of it.
A baton.
Sure, the classic princess baton. And we still have that at my house. I remember as a kid, my dad was like, "That might be worth something someday."
That reminds me, I would go to
No one's ever going to lose this game, are they?
Camden Park in West Virginia.
Sure.
And they had a very chintzy log ride that they didn't monitor very well. And me and my brother would always demand to ride backwards. So we would actually face people. Because they had like a bench where you could put two people, and then, you know, they like 2 and 2 and 2.
Yeah.
It was a 6-person log. But me and my brother would always face people. "Hello, how are you?" We're riding backwards.
What in the world?
Yeah.
I remember.
What, does it remind you of anything?
Yes, sorry, that reminds me.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna put some tape. That's because you can't do that 3 times.
Do what?
You can't do it 3 times. Plus, you were sort of slow.
Wait, can't do what 3 times? Tell a story after
No,
you?
you were very slow in that
I
first
wasn't
story.
slow.
Yeah, you were.
Yes, but you could have also
Hold-
started. Either one of us was supposed to
Hold
start.
still. Oh, give me this. All right.
Mustache.
All right.
Why are you so bad at this?
You know what? The makeup doesn't allow it to stick. That's what it is.
What's wrong with you?
You put on so much.
much time do we have? Nikita says wrap.
Okay.